Bronny is staying in Southern California with his dad at USC. Does this mean for both him, his dad, and the future? What does this mean for him, his dad, and the future of the NBA?
Well, it means LeBron's definitely going to be on the Lakers next year, but that was kind of validated just by this playoff run already. Here's what I'll say that is interesting about the USC.
Oh, you thought LeBron might retire this year?
No, I thought he might try to leave the Lakers.
Oh, okay.
I thought he might try to go somewhere else. But with Bronny at USC and the Lakers playing well, there's no chance. I'm not saying Bronny's going to be one and done. But if he were to be one and done, his best case scenario is probably, straight to the NBA after a year of college. His best case scenario would probably be to be a late first-round pick. It is and LeBron, after next year, is a free agent. LeBron has said he wants to play with Bronny. Now, he did come out and say that just because that's my goal doesn't mean that's his goal, and he's got to, do what's best for him and live his life. Also, LeBron said, and I thought it was a pretty touching moment, and I had never thought of it, that Bronny's the first person in his whole family to ever go to college. And how,
really?
Yeah, and how happy that makes him and how excited it makes him. I've never thought of that, but obviously LeBron didn't go to college. He went straight high school to the pros, and he's saying no one in his family's ever gone to college until his son. I thought it was pretty nice.
I do think, though, when he's like, Bronny can go on his own path, I don't know about that one.
Well,
I feel like it's kind of like if you don't, you'll be shunned, but do whatever you want.
I don't think
you know what I mean?
Shun him. This is what I think, and I've said this before. I think LeBron initially said publicly, I want to play with Bronny at a time when it looked like Bronny might not be good enough to be an NBA player, to try to incentivize a team to draft him, to give him a chance to be an NBA player.
Gotcha.
Because they know if they draft him, they'll get LeBron as well. As a way to get his foot in the door. And by the way, people criticize that. That's kind of what happened with Steph Curry's brother. Steph's brother was...
Baby Curry?
Yeah, you call him Baby Curry, and you see him on the Nets. He's good now. But he was cut repeatedly. He was a guy who was not going to be an NBA guy. He kept getting chances because teams wanted, in case the Warriors gave him chances, other teams, in case Steph ever wanted to go play with him. Giannis has two brothers who have played in the NBA, neither of whom are good, because they are getting chances either by Giannis's teams or teams that want Giannis as a carrot. So we've seen guys do this for their brothers. We've never seen someone do it for their son. J.R. Smith did it for his brother Chris, but that's because the ages have never matched up. So I think that was initially the plan. But then Bronny kept getting better and better and better, and now he might be a legit NBA player eventually on his own. So it complicates things, but in a good way. But here is the galaxy brain part of it. Evan Mobley, who's one of the best young players in the league, plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland famously, obviously, drafted LeBron. He played there. He left. He came back, won a title with them. Evan's dad, Eric, is a coach at USC. The Cleveland Cavaliers traded away all their future draft picks for Donovan Mitchell, except for their first rounder in 2024, which is the year Bronny could come out. LeBron is a free agent in 2024, and the Cavs have every spot on the roster filled out except for a really good small forward. So, could the Cavs draft Bronny in the late first round a year from now and have Bron come back a third time? It's on the board. Could the Knicks draft him, trying to get LeBron to Madison Square Garden? It's on the board. It's also on the board that Bronny decides not to be one and done or, go on his own path. But if LeBron were to, whether they're on the same team or not, play in the NBA at the same time his son was playing in the NBA, it would be one of the most remarkable feats in sports history because of the longevity and all of it. We've seen it in baseball, King Griffey Sr. and King Griffey Jr. We've never even...
Imagine a name being King Griffey Jr.
Ken
Griffey.
Either
Jr.
way. Ken Griffey Jr. That is, wow. Ken Griffey Jr. is one of the greatest baseball players of all time.
And that's amazing for him, but that name is a little rough.
That's a great name. Are you kidding? He was so cool. I don't have to do a Ken Griffey thing. He was like the coolest baseball player ever. What'd you say?
Nothing.
But we've seen it in baseball. We never thought it was possible to see in basketball. And we might be a year away from it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.